Hello everyone, welcome to Coding Simplified, and today we are going to discuss about a new topic which is Mockito. Okay, so basically Mockito is a testing framework which used to write some advanced test cases in Java. Okay, so in our previous tutorials we have discussed about JUnit, and JUnit is also a testing framework which allows the user to write the test cases for some functionality. Okay, so why we need Mockito? Okay, so basically we can use this Mockito and JUnit in combination in order to work with some advanced test cases, or we can say that we can increase the scope of our test case. Okay, so before moving forward with the Mockito, let us first discuss about what is mocking. Okay, so mocking is a way to test the functionality of class in isolation, and then mocking does not require a database connection or a property file read or a file server read to test the functionality. So basically what it is saying is, like, whenever we are working with some real-time application, then there are lot of services which are working together to serve a purpose. So basically what we need is we need to test a simple functionality, and to test a simple functionality, let's say we are having some services in cloud and it is making some database connections and it is reading some more files and then giving the data. So to test a simple functionality, if we call those services or if we try to establish the database connections, then it could be more expensive. Okay, basically we are testing the thing and we only want to compare our actual and expected data results. So what we can do is we can simply create some mock test data. Okay, and on the basis of it we can assume that it is true, and then we can work with our test cases. So basically mock object do the mocking of real services. So what we does is we simply create some mock objects out of the services, and then we can use it as like a real object of the services. A mock object returns a dummy data corresponding to some dummy input passed to it. So basically we just pass some inputs and then it gives the dummy data. So the moral of the story is we only want to test some functionality, and for that, if we call some services or if we establish some database connections, then it could be more expensive. So for that, what we does is we simply create some mock objects and some mock data in order to work with the test cases and to serve it a purpose, like it is using the same service. Okay, so this is basically the mocking, and Mockito does the same. It just creates some mock objects for us so that we can work with the test cases. Okay, to understand it, let us see one example. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am on IntelliJ and I am creating this simple Maven project. Let me next to it, and then it is asking me about the group ID com.stereo. Let me give, and then let's say Mockito demo. Okay, so we are giving a Mockito demo in here, and this is the project name. Let me finish it. So IntelliJ has given me this simple Maven project with this pom.xml. Okay, now this is our source folder. In this source folder we are having two more folders, which is main and test. In the main we write the development logic, and in the test we write the test cases. So this is the simple Maven project, and this is our pom.xml in which we are having the group ID of our project, the artifact ID, and the version of our project. So in order to work with JUnit and Mockito, I need to add some dependencies. Let me add them. So these are the two dependencies I am having in here. So let me tell you what are the dependencies. Let me import the changes also. So these are the two basic dependencies, and in here I have also added these properties. The Maven compiler source I am giving as 7, and then we are having this important part in here, dependencies. So in this dependencies we are having two dependency. First one is Mockito core, which is coming from org Mockito, and then second is JUnit Jupyter engine. So like as in our previous tutorials we have discussed about this Jupyter engine, like what it is and how it works. So you can go ahead and watch those tutorials also to understand the JUnit functionality. But in this tutorial we will be using some simple functionality of JUnit and Mockito, and we will be discussing it in step-by-step manner. We are having these two dependencies, and the Mockito version is 3.5.2 and the GUnit version is 5.4.0. So as we are done with our pom.xml, let us write some code and understand how the Mockito works. So before going into the deep with Mockito, let us think about a scenario. Okay, so like as I've told that we are having some cloud services, or we are having which is doing some database connection and reading some files. We don't care about it. Okay, what we need is we need to just test our test case, or like we need to make sure that everything is working fine with our code. So first of all, let us create one interface and then we will see how we will work with it. So let us name this interface as student service. Okay, so this is a simple interface, and let's imagine that this service has its implementation in some other cloud service, and it is having two methods. Let's say first one is int, which is get total mark. Okay, get total marks, and then second function is get total student. So these are the two methods which are implemented in some service. Okay, we don't know about it, and we are just assuming that these are the two methods. First one is get total marks. What it does is it let's say it's simply going to the database and querying the database and getting the total marks of all the students, and then this particular function is get total students, which is getting the total number of students, okay, in the particular class. Now let me create one more class, student. Okay, so let me name it student simply for now. Now in here let us create one method, and which is let's say int get average. Okay, get average marks. Okay, and in this particular method what we need is we need to call these two methods from the student service, and then we need to get the average of each student. Okay, well, so we are getting the total marks and we will divide it with the total student so that we can get the average marks. So for that, let me do one thing. Let me create object of this student service, and let me give a student services name, and then what it will return is it will simply return the student service dot get total marks divided by student service dot get total students. So I have simply created this particular function which is getting the average marks of each student by dividing the total marks by the total students, and these are the functions which are let's say coming through some cloud service and it is getting the data in here. Okay, so as of now we have simply created this object, and we know that we cannot create a object of particular interface. That's why we cannot write like new or something like the student interface. We cannot do that. If we run this particular method, then it will give us a null pointer exception because it is null here. We are not initializing this particular object. So let us do one more thing. Let us create one test case. Let me, and in this test folder in the Java, now let me name it student test. So this is the class I have created in here, and in this particular class let me create one test case by giving the @test annotation, and let me make it void test average. So what our requirement is, we need to test this particular function that if the average is working fine or not, and in order to work with this particular get average marks method, we need to call these two methods, which is get total marks and get total students. Okay, now let us see what we can do in here. So for that let me now create a object of this student class. Let's say student equals to new student. So in here what we are doing is we are simply creating a scenario so that I can make you understand what is happening in this test case. So I am simply creating the object of this student, and let's say we need to test this get average marks functionality, and we need to give the assertions dot assert equal, and let's say our average marks would be 50 for now, the expected, and the actual is student. We are doing student dot get average marks. So we are completed with all the stuff. Let me tell you what simply we are doing. We are just creating the object of this class. Let's say our development logic is this, and we need to test this particular logic. And to test this particular logic, we need to get this data also, the get total marks and get total students. And what we have done is we have simply created this test case, and we are doing one assert that the expected is 50 and student get average marks we are calling in here. So now let us run this particular test case first and then see what will happen. So we have run this test case and it is saying the null pointer exception. So as I've told you that we are not initializing this particular object and we cannot create an object of the interface. So that's why it is saying that at the students at 6th line we are having this particular null pointer exception, because guys it will be null. We are not initializing anything in here. So for that, let me do one more thing. Let me create a constructor of this student class. Okay, and then student class, and what we will do is we will this dot student service equals to student service. So now whenever in any class I use this particular class to create its object, we need to assign this particular object in here also, so that we can initialize this particular object, and it will work that way. Okay, because this time we are having the null pointer exception because we haven't initialized this object, but right now this is our requirement that we need to get the object of it wherever this student class is called, and we will assign the object value to this particular object of the student service. So if we move to it, then it is saying that it is giving us the error that it requires argument, because we are passing it as a argument constructor. So now let us see what we can do in here. So we need a object of the student service because we need to pass it in here. So here we can use Mockito to create a mock object of this student service. Okay, so this is the beauty of Mockito, that let me show you how student service I am creating the object. And then what we can do is we can simply write Mockito, then Mockito dot, there is a method, static method, which is mock, and then we can give the student service dot class in here. So what we are doing is we know that we cannot create a object of this particular interface, and we don't know where is the implementation of these two methods, and we need to use these two methods in this particular get average method to get the data. And we to initialize this particular student service object, we have created one constructor which is giving us the object. Okay, so as in our student test we have created this object of student class. Okay, and then it needs a argument in this particular constructor. So what we have done is we have simply created a mock object. So this is the thing what Mockito is doing. Mockito has created a mock object of the student service, and we can simply pass it in here, so that now our situation is fulfilled, because we are providing an object of our student service. Okay, and I am telling again that we cannot create a student service object rather than creating it with Mockito. So it is giving us a mock object. By using the Mockito, we have created this mock object. Okay, now let us again run this particular test case and let us see what will happen. So this time also our test got failed because there is a arithmetic exception, because we are not, but this time you can see that we are not getting the null pointer exception. It means our test case got run because we have initialized this object in here by providing this mock object, but it is not doing anything because we are not having the data for these two values. It is simply returning the arithmetic exception divided by 0. Okay, now let us see what we can do in here. So Mockito provides us the way to create the object, and we can also create some dummy data so that we can use the Mockito in efficient way. So let me do it in here. Now let me write the Mockito, and in here we are having this particular method when. So when let's say student service dot get total marks, then the answer will be, let's say, 500. Okay, so what we are simply doing in here is, in here we are also creating the dummy data, then return. Okay, so what we are saying is, whenever this particular method is called in this particular test case, this get total marks, then return 500. So we are hard coding in here, but it's fine, because our requirement is to test this particular test case, and we don't care how this particular method is implemented. Okay, we need to test our average functionality, that our average functionality should work fine, and it is getting the data from some service which we don't know. And like, if we know, then we don't want to create the object of this particular service, because it could be much more expensive. Now, as we have got the data for this total marks, in the same way, let us get some dummy data for student service dot get total student, and in that case it will return, it will return, let's say, 10 students are there. So we are simply passing this data in here, 500, because this particular get total marks will return the 500 data, and then get total student will return the 10. And our expected output, as we have written already in here, is 50, because 500 divided by 10, which we are doing in here, the get total marks. So now let me again run, and this time let me debug it, and then we will see what will happen. So our debugger is in here. Okay, then we have said this particular thing, that whenever the get total marks we are calling, then we need to return 500, and we need to return 10 whenever we are calling the get total student. Now let me put one debugger here also, and then, so in here we have got the object, the student service also, and if we see the value of this student service dot get total marks and we evaluate it, then it is showing 500. Okay, because we are giving the dummy data to it in here, like Mockito when, and in the same way, if we evaluate this student method, then it is giving us the 10 data. So guys, this is the beauty of Mockito, that it created the mock data, it also created the mock object, so that we can test our functionality. This particular function will return 50 only. Let me evaluate it and then show you how these things are working. So this has returned 50 in here, and our expected is 50 also. So let me run it fully and see, our test case got passed, because we have met the actual and expected data, and it is working fine. So guys, this is the thing what Mockito is doing. It is simply creating the dummy object, and as I've told you, that we don't know where this get total marks and get total students are implemented in here, but we are simply creating the dummy data for it and the dummy object of this particular interface, so that we can work with our test case. So basically this is the very simple example, but whenever we are working on some real projects, then there could be lot of complex logic, and we can work in the same way with those logics also using Mockito. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. If you are having any question related to the Mockito, then you can mention it in our comment section. So for now, thank you.